Have you ever thought about what the living God really wants from you? Doesn't need anything, of course, but what does he want from you? Is that a mystery to you? Is there even an answer to that question? And if there's an answer, is it, can I really do it? Will it be hard? Am I capable of doing what he would like me to do, what he requires of me? Well, I'm glad you're with me. I'm Brian, Faith Fit Psalms. And today we're going to be looking at a psalm, Psalm 50 to be exact, that's going to answer that question. The answer is actually very simple and clear. Now, as we know in life, sometimes or many times, simple things are not that easy to do. But in this case, I think you're going to find it's so simple. You go, well, how come I didn't know that already? Or how come I haven't been doing that in order to please the God of the heavens and the earth? Well, that's why we're here today. Psalms, uh, encouragement for the day. I call this my spiritual PEDs, getting you fit in your faith so that you can run the race with endurance, serve people, serve God, and it doesn't solve all your problems in life looking at the Psalms, but let me tell you what, it definitely has answers. And today, I've got a great answer. What does the Lord require? It's actually pretty simple and clear, and you can do. So let your heart, right now, open up the heart, let your heart take courage. I'm going to pour courage into you. And the reason I can say that with such enthusiasm and I can guarantee it, it's not because of me. I don't stand behind this personally. I do practically, but the living God stands behind what I'm about to read because it's His Word. And His Word is active, it's alive. Though it was written, this psalm was written 3,000 years ago, 1,000 years before Jesus, it's still alive and active. It can go right into your heart. Woo, buoy you, teach you, and encourage you. So let's get into it. Psalm 50. Now, the first 5 or 6 verses is I actually talk about this in one of my other videos on the awe of God on my channel. If you want to check that, and it's called the Psalms or the Bible according to AI, awe and intimacy, and it's a cosmic courtroom where God's bringing all humanity from east to west, and he's the judge. Okay, so it's pretty intense, pretty exciting, and it's always good because God's fair and loving. And then he brings his people there in verse 7 here, and he says, "Oh, my people, listen to me. This is my charge. This is what I'm bringing up against concerning you." And he says, I actually, in verse 8, verse 7, I have no complaint about your sacrifices or burnt offerings that you bring. Now, of course, in those days, the way you got your sin forgiven is to bring a sacrificial lamb or bull or goat. And this is right in the scriptures from Exodus and Deuteronomy and Numbers and Leviticus, a very clear pattern that, but he's saying here, listen, I don't want that anymore. I have no complaint about it. Okay. You've been doing it just like I asked you to do it. But in verse 9, he says, but I want no more of your bulls from your barns or your goats from your pens. No more. And then he goes on to say in verse 10, here's why. For all the animals of the forest of mine, I own. I, the Lord, own the cattle on 1,000 hills. Okay, I'm getting the sense here that he's making it clear to us, he big, we ain't. Every bird of the mountains, verse 11, all the animals of the field belong to me. And he goes on to say in the next verse, if I were hungry, I wouldn't mention it to you. For all the world and everything it belonged to me. Imagine that. Isaiah 66 tells us he's so big that the heavens are his throne, the earth is his footstool. And it goes on in other scriptures, says, could you, all the cedars of the Lebanon forest, if you gather them all together and built a fire and an offering, you think I notice it? It says, heavens and the heavens cannot contain me. Where's there a temple you could build that would impress me? The answer is pretty simple. We can't. We can't impress him with our buildings, with all the sacrifices. He says, I don't need the bulls you sacrifice or the blood of your goats. Okay, so we get this point. Well, wait a minute. You asked us to do these things. We've been doing them. And now you're saying, I don't want that anymore. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. Verse 14, chapter 50 of the Psalms, verse 14, changes your life right now. Your life is about to change. What I want instead, you ready? Is your true thanks from your heart. That's what I want. I just want your true thanks. What does the Lord require? Does he require all these sacrifices, offerings, all these rules and regulations? They're exhausting. What I want instead, I don't want any of that anymore. I don't need it. If I wanted to sacrifice, I could go grab it myself. If I was hungry, I'm not going to tell you. You just can't, you can't meet my requirement. But this is what I ask from you. This is what I want instead. Your true thanks to me. I want you to fulfill your vows to me. Then in verse 15, he says, trust me in your times of trouble. You ever get in trouble? Oh, I'm in trouble all the time. All the time. He wants your trust. He says, you trust me, I'll rescue you. I rescue you. You give me honor. You give me glory. I call this the cycle of blessing, the cycle of freedom. I get in trouble. I trust. He answers. He rescues me. Well, I'm so thankful. I give him thanks. I give him glory. I give him honor. Wow. What I want instead is your true thanks. If you jump down to verse 23, it says, giving thanks is a sacrifice that truly honors me. Wow. That changes everything. Simple giving of thanks. Remember earlier I said, does he have an answer to the question? What does the Lord require? What does he want from us? Is there even an answer? Yes. He wants your thanks. Is it too difficult? No. Is that answer too hard for me to do? No. Just start giving thanks. This revolutionized my life when I got a hold of it because I was trying to do all kinds of amazing things for God that would impress him. And you know what it reminded me of a little bit? When I raised my kids, they would do this piece of art. My wife was an artist. She'd, do arts and crafts at that time in their lives. And they would bring this white piece of paper and have all the scribble all over it. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. What is this? And he said, oh, Daddy, that's you cutting the lawn. And I'm thinking, look like a pizza with a lot of toppings on it. I was like, oh, that's Daddy cutting the lawn or being a hero. Okay, well, that's really great, but I would have no idea that's what that artwork was, those arts and crafts. Well, in the same way, I do my life. I do all these things. They say, Lord, you see what I'm doing? See all the great things? And he's looking down going, you got to help me. I'm not sure exactly what you're doing down there. Oh, he doesn't really need anything from us. What he wants instead is our true thanks. You can do that. My wife and I have made this a habit. Can't tell you how many times we just sit there and say, hey, 3 reasons why we're so thankful for each other. And we just get sincere and genuine and authentic. And I'm telling you, it changes everything. It changes you when you give thanks. And if someone begins to thank you, you'll see that it really changes you too. And so you can give thanks when I'm struggling. First thing I do, I say, Lord, I begin to thank Him. Thank Him for my warm bed. I thank Him for my coffee maker. I thank Him that I have a thermostat in my home where I can press it up and the heat goes up. I can press it down and the air conditioner comes on. Um, Cars that work, roads that are straight, lights that work. There's so many things we can be thankful for. So get in the habit of Thanksgiving. Um, do a little experiment. Do that obviously to Lord, but watch the reaction. Go to work and thank somebody. Thank one of your coworkers. Has to be sincere. Has to be reasonable. Thank him for something they did for you. Go thank your boss for the job. See what he or she does. Okay? And that's all because there's something glorious when we give thanks. So there it is. There's your encouragement for the day, and not just for the day. You grab a hold of that. Read the whole psalm. You'll find out that you're getting set up for blessing and peace and grace. What does the Lord require? I don't want your sacrifices anymore, all these meal offerings, blood of goats. What I want instead is your true thanks from a sincere spirit, sincere heart. I bless you. I love you very much. Keep coming back. Check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Give a few likes if you indeed like it. And because there's a lot more where this come from. Peace. See you again.